Grace and peace. Assalamu alaikum. Shalom. My hotep. Namaste. Free the land, beloved. Come on in, come on in, come on in. My name is Vicki Dillard, and I'm a very proud contributor right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, the network for melanated people just like you. I'm your sister with the curly braids coming to you live and direct today. Our Black Prime Time show, weekdays, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com, beloved. We want to welcome you with so much love to come on in, come on in, come on in. We have much to discuss as you come in, beloved. A little bit of housekeeping. Please come in and make sure that you come in giving us the thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Thank you so very much, beloved. Thumbs up, share, share, share. I want to say, give an announcement off the top to my dear sisters, backed by popular demand. Part 3. The secret money in your womb. We're ready to go for May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, beloved. Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern. Sisters, get everybody that you know together. Do not come alone. Get your coins together and get ready to go to FlyNubianMastermind.com. Moderators, please put that link in the chat for me when you get a chance. Big shout out to our beautiful moderators in the digital building. We so will love and appreciate your time and you bringing organization to our prime time family. Thank you so very much, beloved. We want you to go to FlyNubianMastermind.com, FlyNubianMastermind.com. And we're going to be talking about the secret money in your womb, part 3. Guess what we're going to be emphasizing? Somebody say money talks. I am so excited about channeling some of these ancient gems about how women manifest. We have a unique thing called the womb. We manifest differently from men. It has been unbelievable testimonies, signs, and wonders. Family, you already know, my sisters who've attended the previous 2 and my other 2-hour webinars, you already know how we put it down. Somebody talk black to me. So go to FlyNubianMastermind.com. That's one of the ways that you can join. Again, moderators, put in FlyNubianMastermind.com. And then the second way is if you join my weekly mastermind at ClubVicki.com for $1, you get automatic access. So the ClubVicki.com family, you guys are really extraordinarily lucky and blessed and fortunate. So you want to make sure that you do that. Neely, what you can do, and let me just go ahead and take care of Neely. So Neely, you taken care of. Talk black to me. We don't do trolls, even on my personal Instagram page. It's a privilege and an honor. You can go to somebody else's page. People that's powerless in real life, you go on social media and you type in people's comment section because that's the most power that you have. Some of you all, you know, nobody wants to hear you. Your own wife don't want to listen to you. Your children don't want to listen to you. Nobody on the job is listening to you. Your mama don't want to listen to you. Somebody talk black to me. Your goldfish, your dog, nobody, nothing wants to hear you. So you come on social media and you start trolling and saying crazy stuff. Talk black to me. I do things my way, the way I want to do it. Somebody, y'all better talk black to me today. There are other shows, people, places, and things that you can support. Are y'all hearing me today? I've been doing what I've been doing. I've been setting an example, and I've been doing my unique form of commentary for some time now, baby. Somebody talk black to me. Somebody talk black to me. You can go follow and look at somebody else, honey. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. But back to what I was saying. I just had to say that real quick because I just wanted to encourage some of you. Vicki Dillard fan page, put that link in the chat for me, beloved. ClubVicki.com for $1, as well as Fly Nubian Mastermind. These are the 2 ways that you can get in on the Secret Money in Your Womb, Part 3, Money Talks. It's going to be absolutely amazing what we're going to break down. You know, the signs and wonders and testimony speaks for themselves. That's my credentials, and undoubtedly so. Somebody talk black to me. So family, come on in, giving us a thumbs up, thumbs up. Be sure to like, be sure to share. Okay, beloved. She said 1 second, doing it right now. Thank you, beloved. Thumbs up, share, share, share. I so appreciate you, Vicki Dillard fan page. You're always doing such an amazing job. You're always so diligent and giving us your time. And I so appreciate you, my beloved sister. Thank you so much. And all of you that are a part of the Vicki Show family. And by extension, of course, Fly Nubian Queen. Somebody talk black to me. Thank you all so much. Now, family, before I get started, because our word is important, we are our own marketing team. So for those of you that maybe get frustrated when I say thumbs up, too bad, so sad, too bad for you. But we do that because we want to draw other folk into the broadcast. This is our way of trying to elevate our voice and to at least try to let other folks know that we are here. Are you hearing me today? Thank you so very much. All right, family. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't hit that thumbs up button. On the count of three, for those of you that haven't hit that thumbs up button, if you happen to be watching us on one of our other platforms, our other affiliate platforms, you may not be able to thumbs up to like there, but be sure to share, be sure to thumbs up, be sure to like. I said thumbs up, but be sure to engage in whatever way the emojis and algorithms allow you to do so. Ready? 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Tonight is Wednesday, so I have my weekly mastermind tonight. So I want to get on with my show today in preparation and leave me at least a few minutes to transition because I keep cutting it close. And I need to make sure that I'm tending to myself and not overextending myself. So I need you all's help to come on in. Like and share. All right, beloved. Thank you so very much. Now, this is what I want to say to you. Today's topic and Instagram, I'm going to need you to come on over Instagram to flynubianqueentv.com. Instagram, come on over to flynubianqueentv.com because I'm going to need to use this device. Today, we're going to be discussing two Black males. One is Minnesota's Attorney General, Keith Ellison. Somebody indicate for me in the chat whether or not you're familiar with who this Minnesota Attorney General is. You should be. Family, who is this Minnesota Attorney General that I'm going to be referring to here in just a moment? I got to make sure. Are y'all hearing me? Who is this Keith Ellison, Attorney General, Minnesota Attorney General? Who is he, family? Some of y'all are saying yes. Somebody said, I think so. Well, you should, family. The Vicky family must know so. I welcome our new people and those of you that are returning. Welcome, 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 welcome. Now watch this. This is important. I'm saying, why is he important now? Why is he in the news now? Thank you, Ari 2000, because of the Derek Chauvin trial. The white supremacist terrorist race soldier killer who murdered our brother George Floyd. The Attorney General of the state is Keith Ellison, a Black male. Keith Ellison is the one that put together the prosecutorial team that was successful in getting the conviction. However, of course, you all know we're still waiting for the sentencing to come. Y'all shout out our moderator, Vicky Diller fan page, Angel. Isn't she doing such a beautiful job as always? Thank you, sis. Thank you so much. On the fly. I'm talking so fast. On the fly, she's getting it in there. Shout out to our new moderators, Jackson Harlem. I'm not familiar with you, but welcome, beloved. Watch this. So that's who Keith Ellison is. Keith Ellison is the Attorney General of Minnesota. Minnesota's Attorney General, right? He's the one that put together the prosecutorial team for Derek Chauvin's trial. Watch this. Watch this. Secondly, the second Black male, and I'm not even sure that I can really say that full-throated. Why, Vicky? Because this is really Madea, God today. This is really the Madea of the situation. This is the problem that we have with some of you Madea types. This is the problem with some of you confused back and forth bussies that just throw us for loops and stuff. This is why you are a problem down the road when it comes down to Black society. Are y'all hearing me today? When it comes down to Black liberation. How many of you all were watching the Oscars the other day? Probably nobody. Somebody talk Black to me. Because those Oscars, the lily white Oscars, have nothing to do with Black people. For crying out loud, I conduct my own award show on a regular basis, giving out these Butter Biscuit Awards. So y'all hear me today. Many of you all are saying I didn't. But I did see, somebody said a little bit. Most of you are saying no. But I did see, of course, you all know we probably saw pictures and clips and stuff, right? So some of it was unavoidable. Plus, I'm getting ready to bring you some information. So I obviously had to do, subject myself to a little bit of the madness. Well, Tyler Perry made some controversial statements during his little acceptance speech and stuff at the Oscars. Now, of course, he didn't get an Oscar for being nobody's Madea. None of his little cinematic, little piecemeal put together stuff that he does, in my opinion, forget Oscars. I mean, it's not even, I'm going to leave that alone. Whatever. That wasn't based on anything. He didn't get the award based on, that. It was for some philanthropy and stuff. Humanitarian award. Why y'all laughing at me? So I want to get into some statements that both of them said recently in the wake. How many of y'all saw the show that I did yesterday? In the wake of, obviously, the murder of our brother George Floyd, in the wake of Breonna Taylor, in the wake of Tatiana Jefferson, in the wake, excuse me, beloved, in the wake of our brother Mr. Brown, Andrew Brown, in the wake of so many others that have been recently murdered, in the wake of our young 16 teenage-year-old child, black child, that was murdered by a race soldier, unjustly murdered. Because I taught you all in this war, we're in a war. So we don't give no credit to the other side because you said that she came and she had a knife in her hand. And some of you funny looking people out there talking about, well, she was going to stab, she was going to kill. One of my beautiful supporters said something that was so profound. And this is what I said when I posted this. And this is what when I posted something, I said, when somebody has a knife in your hand, how you going to sit there and just act like the girl was fixing to for real kill somebody? You don't know what was the intentions of her mind when she was apparently being double teamed. And some of the reports we're getting, it said that the people that she was fighting, one of them was a grown woman, almost a 30-year-old grown woman. Y'all was out there talking about she was beating up, getting ready to fight some teenagers. But notwithstanding, there's a lot more other things that was going on. And now there are conflicting reports about who called the police, but the reports that we've been hearing is that either she called or her sister or family member called. Either way, a call was made to defend this young child. So for those of you that are out there that are giving any kind of credence, credit whatsoever to a race soldier in war, there are no demilitarized zones. There is no neutral. There is no circumstance. There is no justification in this particular circumstance. There is no reason why he should have murdered that child. In the wake of all of this that's going on, I'm bringing all these different circumstances up for a reason. The time that we're in now, in the wake of all of the circumstances and situations that we're dealing with right now, right? Attorney General, the Minnesota Attorney General, who is responsible for prosecuting the godless and demonic murderer of our brother George Floyd. He does an interview recently and he says the most treasonous things. Now, let me tell y'all something. Let me just set this up real quick. Watch this. Watch this. Some of you pretend like you confused as to why I keep giving black looking people this work. I'm doing the Lord's work. I said I'm doing the Lord's work when I point out certain things, because the things that I point out are problematic things. They're the very things that stand in the way of Black progress. And let me give you the example. Instagram. I'm going to need you to come on over to Fly Nubian Queen on YouTube. Okay, Instagram, because I need to show them and I need to read for them and play this. So come on over Instagram so that you don't miss it, to FlyNubianQueenTV.com. I want to let you know that when I'm discussing certain weak males in Black society, when I'm discussing their lack of strength in the middle of this war we're in, when I'm highlighting that, I need you to understand and understand with these unique circumstances and situations that I point out, this is what I mean. I want you to know that these individuals, these Black traitors who are really soldiers for white supremacy, they're just in blackface. They're undercover. Somebody say undercover brother. So quit saying these are Black people that done some good. Do you know that when some country is sending a spy into another country, they make sure that their spies fit in, that they acclimate themselves into whatever environment. They make sure that they're volunteers. They make sure that they're model citizens. They make sure that they come off as normal as possible. If they're spying on America, they want them to look as American as possible. You guys, we got to quit being so stupid. My goal is to make you unstupid. That's not from the dictionary. That's from the Victionary. I said that's not from the dictionary. That's from the Victionary. My goal is to make you unstupid. These are undercover brothers, slowness. Stop saying these are Black people. Stop attacking Black people. Vicky, what are you talking about? I'm calling out white supremacists. I'm trying to make you unstupid. Your stupidness, it can be contagious. It's dangerous. It's fatal. It's cancerous to Black society. I'm trying to reverse stupid. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Y'all keep liking and sharing. At the bottom of your screen, don't forget there's a share button. There's a share button at the bottom of the screen. If you look at the bottom of the screen, copy the share button. You can paste it on your other social media platforms. I've always taught you, I don't care if you've got 2 people that follow you on Facebook, 5 people that follow you on Instagram, and 1 that follows you on TikTok. Still, send it to them now. Text it to someone. Email it to someone right now and let them know that our Black Primetime Daily Show, the Vicky Show on FlyNubianQueenTV.com live is on. Now let me get ready to get into it. All right, Instagram. I'll see you over here at Fly Nubian Queen. Dear family, the individuals that I call out are important individuals that I must discuss. Because if you are the weakest link, family, you're dangerous. Big shout out to those of you. I see some of you all right now because some of y'all just tagged me. I'm getting notifications. Y'all are tagging me. Talk Black to me. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. Y'all know I'm getting ready to get into it. I'm a one-woman show, so you know when I'm saying that, I'm asking you to help me expand the message, but at the same time, you also know that I'm queuing the stuff that I need to talk to you about. So I thank you for your patience in allowing me to post this for you now. All right. Now, thank you so very much for giving me time to do that real quick. Now, watch this, family. Watch this. Watch this. I'm going to pull up oh, that was my Instagram page. You can tell I posted that, didn't you? All right. I'm getting ready now to pull up this audio. I'm going to read to you a little bit, and then I'm going to pull up this audio from Keith Ellison recently, okay? Y'all know we follow the rules. By the way, I like to give this disclaimer from time to time that the thoughts and opinions that are expressed by me are those of my own and not necessarily those of the network or our affiliates. But my opinion is always based on information and belief. Somebody talk black to me. You all know that we're on several platforms, and you all know that there are sometimes attempts to unnecessarily, and some of us believe unfairly, censor us. But we don't want to intentionally do things to cause problems on some of the platforms. So that's the reason why we want to be careful and respectful. So that's why the moderators sometimes ask that you keep your comments respectful, family, because if YouTube and if some of the other platforms where my show is aired, if they keep picking up certain things, sometimes they may use that to unnecessarily either censor us or even censor you. Are y'all hearing me? So we don't want that. Let's find unique ways to make our points. We're the most intelligent. We're the original people. We're civilized people. We're beautiful and glorious in every way. So let's do what we got to do. Okay, family? Okay, enough of that. Let me get on with the get on. I said, let me get on with the get on. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Now, what I want you to listen to, family, is this Keith Ellison character. Now, let me show you what I posted a little bit ago on Instagram. By the way, you can follow me on Instagram at Vicki X Dillard. That's VICKI X Dillard. Do you all see this? That's the Attorney General of Minnesota, Keith Ellison, right there. And this is Madea, the Bussy, also known as Tyler Perry. I put on here, Attorney General Keith Ellison says he quote, felt a little bad for Derek Chauvin. Did you all hear me? Now watch this. I want you to see something here. Keith Ellison did an interview recently. Let me give you just some of the background of this in just a second. The Attorney General of Minnesota, responsible for leading the way for Chauvin's guilty verdict, says he felt many emotions during the trial, right? Okay, I'm pulling this up now, family, because I want you to listen to the audio. It says he felt many emotions after the ex-Minneapolis cop was convicted of George Floyd's murder, including compassion, y'all. Now, just so you know, he was on 60 Minutes, okay? He was on 60 Minutes doing an interview. This black man. Listen to what he says. Let me get the audio. Again, this is under Copyright Act of 1976. Listen to this clip. This is all over social media. And you all know I mostly just let you listen to the audio. Watch this. Let me turn it around. Give me just a second.
Gratitude.
Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Let me get off of that, because I ain't trying to give them no credit.
The word guilty. You thought what?
Gratitude, humility, followed by a certain sense of, I'll say, satisfaction. It's what we were aiming for the whole time. I spent 16 years as a criminal defense lawyer, so I will admit I felt a little bad for the defendant. I think he...
Did y'all hear that?
...deserved to be convicted, but he's a human being.
Somehow I did not expect to hear from you a note of compassion for Derek Chauvin.
I'm not in any way wavering from my responsibility, but I hope we never forget that people who are defendants in our criminal justice system, that they're human beings, they're people. I mean, George Floyd was a human being. And so I'm not going to ever forget that everybody in this process is a person.
A maximum sentence?
Vicky, calm down. Y'all know I'm going to need y'all all over the world to do the screaming for me. Black family, this is up to you guys. See, why your little famous little activists who's buddy with these people, why your little people that's on TV, your black, white supremacists, the black folks, white folks, black folks that get these little TV gigs, they're not discussing these kinds of things. They're not bringing these things to your attention. This man is saying this on 60 Minutes to potentially millions of people around the world. Somebody said Virginia screaming for me. Thank you for screaming for me, Virginia. People around the world, over and over again, the white supremacists, I see you, Florida, screaming for me. Maryland screaming for me. Virginia, listen. People all over the world keep hearing weak-linked black males crying and boo-hooing every time white supremacy incidents occurs. And they keep seeing you project weakness to the world, and you sitting here saying, he said everybody in this process is a human being. He said he felt, y'all think I'm making this up. Vicky, Vicky's not making. Let me cue this so you can listen again. Give me a second to put it together again, family. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, share. Family, people can't tell me nothing when it comes down to who I criticize. You other little YouTubers and Facebook folks, you can go sit your funny looking self down and hush. Your assignment ain't my assignment when I'm bringing stuff to black looking people's attention, asking these bones and biscuits to stand down. Asking these raccoons to stop climbing a tree. Asking them to quit twitching and twatching for white supremacist massa. You let me do my job. This ain't your assignment. You just go hush. Ohio said they screaming for me. You don't ever talk to me about what Vicky's doing. You just flip the channel or watch one of the other Fly Nubian queens. I've been doing me for a while now on these networks. I told you I ain't no YouTuber. I use these platforms to get my message out. Don't you get me twisted with one of these other people. And don't think that you can come for me in the way that you do these other little funny looking people, baby. I'm different. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, share. Thumbs up, share. Let me get it together. I need you to listen again. Florida said they screaming for me. I need y'all to listen good. I need you to understand the context. This is not some funny looking raccoon and Sambo bootlick who's at home in the privacy of his home confessing to his wife that on the inside he felt a little bad. This is somebody who went before the world. This is what I'm trying to get you guys to understand. You are dangerous because in war, who does that? You are signaling to the enemy your weakness. You are making black folk vulnerable. More importantly, you are manifesting your extraordinary corrupt sickness. You are a slave, Keith Ellis, and you all can tag him and tell him I said so. You can tag him this show link on Instagram. I believe his Instagram is Ellison Campaign, not the old one when he was a representative in Congress. Make sure, I think the one that I found at least was the Ellison Campaign on Instagram. Or go to Twitter and pull up Keith Ellison, the Attorney General Keith Ellison. You can email him. You can pull up the website for Minnesota. But you can let him know he doesn't represent black folk. We need to give him this work. We need to make him retract this statement. Some of you are sick and dangerous. This is the reason why I have to keep casting out the spirit of the bone in you, the biscuit spirit in you. Some of you love white master so much that you will sit on TV to millions of people and say you felt bad for this killer, this murderer, this terrorist. That's what he told the world. And even if you thought that on the inside, even if you battling your Jim Crow demons on the inside of you, slave, you should have kept it to yourself. Somebody told me to preach. I'm your sister with the curly braids. Even if you felt that way, you should have been man enough to have enough self-control to keep your boot-licking raccoon self together enough for television to just shut up. You are utterly weak. And dear family, we got to call out the weakest links in black society. I believe in men having a heart, having emotions, but not at pivotal moments in battle. That ain't the time when you talking to the white supremacist fool. That ain't the time to break down Van Jones, Bakari Sellers, and Killer Mike. And this is another reason, family, you never see these corporate networks bring on a truly masculine black man. Though none of the black men that's on any of these networks make me tremble. That's how I know, baby, you missing some masculinity. Something in me gotta move and tremble and shake and quiver, something. My eye needs to start going fast. My eyebrows to stop. You need to make me swing my curly braids. And you funny looking weak bussies that have a problem with my curly braids, you better go watch somebody else. My hairstyle is a black style. I'm the original woman. So whatever style I have on is mine. Talk black to me. And if you that superficial, if you that demonic, you need to get away from me anyway. You ain't fit for battle, slowness. You ain't even got a woman. Just thought I'd add that in there. That don't apply to you. Don't worry about it. Some of y'all know why I'm saying it. Funny looking self. I'm the original woman. Red people, brown people, white people, yellow people came from me, slowness. You need to wear the black styles after my, if you don't sit your funny looking. You don't even know ancient Kemetic history where they had, even back in the day, men and women, extensions and braids and ornate hairdos and what they represented. Just talking. Desperately in need of a woman. And some, or at least a woman that listens to you or respects you. Worried about somebody's hair. Fool, you supposed to be worried about the battle, dummy. You supposed to be worried about the battle. You should be worried about white supremacy. Talk black to me. Get your funny looking self up off the Vicky show. I'm trying to make you unstupid. But my babies that's listening to me, that's not in the dictionary. That's from the Victionary. Thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, 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 share. Like, share, share, share. Now let me get back to this. Now let's listen to this one more again. Let's listen to this one more again. That's that Mississippi. Listen. Let me get the volume right.
Satisfaction. It's what we were aiming for the whole time.
When you first heard the word guilty, you thought what?
Gratitude, humility, followed by a certain sense of, I'll say, satisfaction. It's what we were aiming for the whole time. I spent 16 years as a criminal defense lawyer, so I will admit I felt a little bad for the defendant.
You should have admitted that, dummy. Some of you men are doing too much. Delaware said they screaming for me. You're doing too much.
I think he deserved to be convicted, but he's a human being.
Somehow I did not.
There was no evidence of that. Now, this white man gave you a chance to fix that by his next statement. But the raccoon in you doubled down on your crazy, wild, wicked, sick emotions for your oppressor. This was your chance to fix what you just said. Keith Ellison, y'all need to be messaging him while you're listening. Keith Ellison, this was your chance to fix it.
Hear from you a note of compassion.
He's a human being.
Somehow I did not expect to hear from you a note of compassion for Derek Chauvin.
I'm not in any way wavering from my responsibility, but I hope we never forget that people who are defendants in our criminal justice system, that they're human beings, they're people.
Oh, they're people. Keith Ellison said, I didn't waver from my responsibility, but I just hope that we don't ever forget the criminal defendants in our justice system. They're people too. You stupid. When you guys prosecute and convict and frame and screw over black defendants, we different from the white killer, white supremacists. Keith Ellison. Family, why aren't your alleged activist, conscious people and your little black TV show hosts talking about this? Keith Ellison just said they human too. Let me ask you something. Let me ask you something, family. Let me ask you something. When Derek Chauvin was pressing the life force out of George Floyd for what was it, 9 minutes and 26 seconds they changed it to? They went from 8:46 to 9 something. So almost 10 minutes. In which of those moments, in which of those minutes and seconds did you see any human traits manifest? We don't have to call names. And while you're answering that, I need the rest of you to thumbs up, like, and share. Which of those traits? Which of those traits? I mean, which of those moments and seconds did you see any human traits manifested in Derek Chauvin while he was murdering our brother with ease and his hand in his pocket? You're not going to hear your irrelevant civil rights leaders and your dead black media folks give it like I'm giving it. Not when they just mention the subject. You can't be that slow because you see somebody hurry up and do a little segment on it real quick and say, oh, Keith Ellison is under fire for saying that he felt bad for George Floyd. That's not them telling you he was wrong, he was weak, and he was being a bootleg, that he was being a tool for white supremacy. They're not going to tell you that. Somebody just mentioning this, but not telling you why that's a problem for black society and why those individuals are tools for white supremacy, that's different. I'm trying to make you unstupid. Thumbs up, thumbs up. Somebody said, I'm on fire today. Yes, baby. This is a part of my assignment. We can't do nothing with no weak males that's out here telling the world how they felt bad for one of the most notorious global killers we have seen on camera. I didn't say the only notorious white. I said one of the most notorious ones that we've seen fully on camera. The problem with some of you all that are possessed by this demon of coonery, Aunt Jemima-ism, bootlickism, bussyism? Is that why you fighting your inner demons? I know men today love to tell everybody, I'm working through some, I know certain ones in certain, I ain't gonna go there, but there are certain ones that's in media. They love to try to tell you that they dealing with mental stuff and all this. Of course we are. There's no black person on the planet, especially in America, that shouldn't have some kind of mental things that's going on, spiritual things going on because of what our open enemy has done to us. Quit trying to act like you special. Some of you all are talking about your mental illness every single time you on air because you're trying to justify the wildest ratchetness that you know you engaged in. Some of the madness that you involved in is because of your environment. When Cardi B is your hero, when you start to suck up to other intersectional groups and tethers more than you do your own people, when you disconnect from the black grassroots and from true consciousness and righteous standards, you gonna be out your mind. You most subject to be a nut. You most subject to be lost and have certain tendencies and be susceptible to stuff. We respect people that have mental illnesses here. I'm someone that was labeled medically disabled. I would never disrespect someone, but I'm trying to talk to some of you that's intentionally putting yourselves in situations where you're exacerbating your own mental oppression. You can't walk a fine line and have your feet on both sides of the fence with white supremacy and trying to act like you black too and not be a nut. You can't expect us to treat you like you got black folks' interests in mind and you got Cardi B trying to speak for black folk issues. You are playing. Trying to help you. Black people are dealing with all kind of mental and emotional and spiritual stress. You're not helping yourself when you are dipping in and out of your oppressors' ways of doing things. You gonna be a nut. The way they do stuff is what's got us messed up. Their influence has moved us away from our original nature, us being in harmony. And I'm not talking about religion right now, family. I'm talking about our spiritual connection and union and oneness with our planet. They got you out of your mind. I'm not talking about, family, legit diagnosed mental illnesses. We respect those that deal with stuff like that. I'm talking about some of you that are intentionally playing footsie with our open enemy, and you are wondering why you're distressed in mind. More than that, some of you are forgetting that many of your healers that you need to be going to are black healers. Let me tell you something. The elixir for black people, the medicine that black folk need, ain't the medicine that white folk take. So when they talking about why they go to counseling, when they talking about their aims for therapy, baby, when we go, it's different. Our diagnosis is different. We got 466 years of hell. Some of us have trauma that's been passed down for generations. Some of us are having to deal with learning about epigenetics and how we can remove and get some of this literally out of our genes. We different. You done heard them say what they do to get fixed. Ours requires a different medicine. I said ours requires a different medicine. So you got Keith Ellison sitting up here on 60 Minutes, y'all. telling the world that he actually felt bad for Derek Chauvin. And he doubled down when the man said he didn't expect him to show compassion. He showed compassion, and he said that he was a defense lawyer for 16 years. He actually compared Derek Chauvin to a regular defense litigant. You guys tell us, the Rolands and you other useless, dead, irrelevant, civil rights, media folk, you tell us to vote, vote, vote. We need Black representation. We need Black folks as attorney generals. We need Black folks who are prosecutors. Let me tell you something. While we're in war, I understand tactically at times in certain places and spaces that can be beneficial. But you all know I've done too many shows discussing, like your Mammy Tammy, Judge Mammy Tammy, the Black judge that oversaw the case, the trial of Amber Geiger. By the way, Amber Geiger is appealing the case, which y'all know I broke that news months ago when she filed the notice to appeal. But the appeal is actually finally getting ready to come up here soon. She was sitting there catering, like Keith Ellison, in one of the most high-profile cases, showing compassion, signaling in war, where Black folks are being gunned down, murdered. She was signaling to the white supremacists. By the way, Judge Mammy Tammy Kemp, remember, she was endorsed by a bunch of police down there. Don't ever forget that. Remember, she started crying. And in other interviews she did. Remember, she went and got her personal Bible from her chamber. Remember, she said in advance, all the wonderful things that she wanted Amber Geiger to do while she locked up. In following interviews, Judge Mammy Tammy actually was crying. What disgusts me the most about this utter extreme weakness, listen to it again. Come on in, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. And I'm fixing to tell you one of the main reasons why Keith Ellison needs to be held accountable. Keith Ellison needs to be exposed. Keith Ellison needs extreme social and political discipline. I'm not teaching y'all to be reckless. Listen to the words that I'm using. We need to call him out like we're doing now. You guys need to tag him, email him, message him, and anybody else that you think is relevant that needs to be talking about this, discussing this, and calling this weakness out. I want you to listen to this one more time, and let me tell you one of the greatest reasons why him saying this at this time is so dangerous. Why he, along with Judge Mammy Tammy, and other of your funny Black bootlicks, even the Reverend Al Sharptons and them. The Reverend Al Sharptons and them don't really call for real punishment for white supremacist family. They don't call for them to get the electric chair or to get that shot. They don't call for the full extent of the law on a regular basis. They're not really about that life. Before I do that, real quick, let me get this announcement, sisters. Backed by popular demand. For those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicki Dillard. Backed by popular demand, part 3, the secret money in your womb, part 3, the secret money in your womb, part 3. Guess what we're going to be discussing this time, sis? Money talks. The secret money in your womb, part 3, money talks. Our moderators are going to put the link in the chat in just a moment. You can join 2 ways. It's going to be Saturday, by the way, Saturday, May 8th. Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Bring all your daughters, your mother-in-law, your Soros, your Girl Scouts. Don't you dare come alone. Get your coins together now, sis. You got a few days. Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm doing it on the Saturday to make sure you have time. It's going to be a 2-hour intensive mastermind. I don't even have to brag about how I put it down because I'm channeling what Spirit tells me, these ancient secrets of our foremothers. We're different than men. We manifest differently from them. So we're going to tap into some of our divine secrets. So many amazing testimonies have come from the previous two. It's been a wild success. Part 3, the secret money in your womb, money talks. You can join 2 ways. If you're join my weekly mastermind for $1 at clubvicky.com, you can get access free. I'm telling you, clubvicky.com, y'all are so blessed. Y'all are so blessed. So if you join clubvicky.com for $1, you get automatic access. If you don't want to join clubvicky.com, no problem. Just go straight to flynubianmastermind.com and join. Flynubianmastermind.com. Flynubianmastermind.com. Sis, don't delay. Get in where you fit in. Baby, we're going to be talking about money talks, and I cannot wait. Money is about our liberation. And I can't wait to discuss that with you. Again, this is under the Copyright Act of 1976. I'm only playing the audio clip. I want you to listen to this part one more time. And I'm going to tell you guys why Keith Ellison, in addition to the other reasons, why he's so dangerous. Thumbs up, family. I'm going to cue this on the count of 3. Give us a thumbs up, share, share, share. Share, 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 thumbs up, thumbs up. Are you ready? If you haven't, do it on the count of 3, family. Don't be complacent. If you haven't done it, I'm talking to you. 1, 2, 3, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Share, share, share. I'm cueing this for us.
When you first heard
the
word guilty.
Hold on 1 second, family. Share, share, share. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up.
What?
Gratitude, humility, followed by a certain sense of, I'll say, satisfaction. It's what we were aiming for the whole time. I spent 16 years as a criminal defense lawyer, so I will admit I felt a little bad for the defendant. I think he deserved to be convicted, but he's a human being.
Somehow I did not expect to hear from you a note of compassion for Derek Chauvin.
I'm not in any way wavering from my responsibility, but I hope we never forget that people who are defendants in our criminal justice system, that they're human beings, they're people. I mean, George Floyd was a human being. And so I'm not going to ever forget that everybody in this process is a person.
A maximum
you are the weakest link
would send what kind of message?
I think it is important for the court to not go light or heavy. I don't know if it's right for a judge to send a message through a sentence, because the sentence should be tailored to the offense, tailored to the circumstances of the case. Look, the state never wanted revenge against Derek Chauvin. We just wanted accountability.
Family, did you hear what he said? What makes Keith Ellison so disgraceful, so dangerous? He said he doesn't think the court should go light or heavy. He just said that. How many of you all know that when the judge is preparing, when the court is preparing to give someone a sentence, they take compassion into consideration? What do you think the white supremacist judge is thinking when he hears the attorney general of the entire state show such extreme compassion for this racist killer? And he literally says he doesn't think he should go heavy on the sentencing. You guys told us, Keith Ellison, Judge Mamie Tammy's black folks, you said you want to see black faces in those spaces. What do we need a black attorney general for? Only for him to go out there and undermine full accountability. Why would he say not go heavy when the worst thing, one of the worst crimes you could commit is to murder someone. And it was clear that Derek Chauvin murdered him intentionally, maliciously, callously, and you literally say, don't go heavy. Don't go light, don't go heavy. Do you understand now why, family, we're in the condition that we're in Black society? This is worse than treason, family. I'm going to need you guys to blast this on social media in a way that you never have before. Keith Ellison has been traitorous to Black society for a long time, though. Again, I am no spokesperson and have no official position in the Nation of Islam. I'm nothing official with Minister Farrakhan and none of that. I don't speak on behalf of the minister of the Nation of Islam. I'm only speaking about Black folks that love Black people and that work to do good by us. So please understand that's my motive when I'm bringing up the Nation of Islam, just like I would bring up anybody else Black that I'm looking to defend. Keith Ellison, when he was trying to get his little white liberal position, I have to remind some of you all of this because some of you all aren't familiar with this, which is why Vicky has to connect the dots. I'm reading to you now from an old Washington Post article. Do you see this headline? You all know that white people don't like Black people's heroes. So whenever white people find someone Black that they don't like, they put pressure on Black people to denounce them, right? Minister Farrakhan is the main one that they tend to do that to. They do others, but they mostly do him. Well, you see the headline here? This is an article from 2018 concerning Keith Ellison. Let me give you the context. Before Keith Ellison became the Attorney General of Minnesota, he was desperately trying to get a position, another political position. Here it says DNC Vice Chair Keith Ellison and Louis Farrakhan, they say no relationship. They put a question mark behind it, right? Underneath the picture, it says that the vice chair of the Democratic National Convention hasn't told the full story about his interactions with Louis Farrakhan. Watch this. A quote from Keith Ellison when he was on MSNBC's Morning Joe in 2016. Watch this. Keith Ellison says, quote, "We're talking about something that happened in 1995. This was the year that the Million Man March took off. People were attacking the march at the time. Man, I'm telling you, back in 2006 and before, I disavowed them." That's the ridiculous thing about this, that we keep on having to answer this kind of stuff. That's Keith Ellison. He said that on racist Joe Scarborough's show. CNN News Report, December 1st, 2016. Here's a quote from Keith Ellison. Ellison spoke, well, here's another quote from Ellison's spokesperson, noted to CNN that, quote, "President Obama, Stevie Wonder, Maya Angelou, and many others also attended the march and said he had no additional involvement with march organizer Louis Farrakhan or his organizations, has long since denounced him and rejects all forms of anti-Semitism." Y'all hear that? Ellison, vice chair of the Democratic National Convention Committee, some of y'all didn't know that. Keith Ellison was vice chair of the Democratic National Committee, and it says one or two Muslim members of Congress face questions about his association with Louis Farrakhan. Watch this. Keith Ellison was trying to get new love and new political positions within the Democratic Party. So they renewed this attack. No, they renewed this demand that Keith Ellison account for and denounce Minister Farrakhan. So he was being questioned heavily about his true affiliation with the nation back in the day. So Keith Ellison, again, was trying to level up with the Democratic Party. So he lied about his associations. So Keith Ellison was out there lying, right? Watch this. Keith Ellison, is more to it than that. But Keith Ellison was out there lying about his associations with the Nation of Islam. Look what the Nation of Islam end up doing. Somebody say we just believe in receipts. Somebody say receipts. Keith Ellison was sitting up here trying to act like he didn't have any real relationship with the nation. He said, oh yeah, I denounced them. But he tried to say that he didn't have any other real affiliations with the nation, right? Watch this. Right now, I'm showing you a headline from the Final Call newspaper. That is the black publication, print publication for the Nation of Islam, the Final Call News. Look what the headline says. I've discussed this many times before. If you've been following me for the years I've been on Fly Nubian Queen, setting a standard, a new standard and a new way of doing media for black media. Shout out to those that did it before me. But in terms of me being a female black content creator, I did it differently. Look at this. Do y'all see this headline from the Nation of Islam's Final Call? So Final Call had to call out Keith Ellison for shucking and jiving and lying, right? Look at the Final Call newspaper. It says, condemning Keith Ellison's DNC madness and attempts to smear Minister Farrakhan. So once again, Keith Ellison's attempt to appease white people. See, you Negroes only do this for white people. You only have all of this energy for white people. You can take when Meghan McCain dogs you, slanders you, and lies on you, but when your sister corrects you or criticizes you in love or questions you in love. Let's listen to a little bit of what the editorial from the Nation of Islam says from 2016. It says Minnesota Congressman Keith Ellison is seeking to lead the Democratic National Committee as the party seeks someone to bring Democrats into the political promised land. Remember I said, because don't forget Keith Ellison was a congressman. He was trying to run, he was running for the position, he was trying to compete for the DNC party leader, right? Listen to what else the nation says, the Final Call says. Let me read this part again. Minnesota Congressman Keith Ellison is seeking to lead the Democratic National Committee as the party seeks someone to bring Democrats into the political promised land. There is nothing wrong with Representative Ellison's desire to move his party forward or his desire to help make America progress. But he must be condemned and lambasted for trying to make his political bones by smearing the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. The Minnesota Congressman, who we talking about? This is Keith Ellison just a few years ago. Some of y'all didn't know this. But I'm your sister. My goal is to bring you the receipts and to connect the dots. It says he has been attacked for his connection with the Nation of Islam years ago, while in college, and support for the Million Man March. Thumbs up, family. Share, 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 share. The Anti-Defamation League and others have branded him as unfit for office, saying that he's tainted, I'm skipping here, by connections to Minister Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Given that neither the minister nor the nation are anti-Semitic, a man with principles and courage would have stood up to the truth, the track record and history of the minister and his followers. Right? Let's skip. I'm skipping because they have a lot of content here, but I don't want to read all of that. Mr. Ellison, because I got to get to talking about Tyler Perry's funny looking self here in just a moment. Mr. Ellison says, I'm going to read what they say here. Mr. Ellison, who was captured in at least one photo, distributed in the Final Call newspaper. The Final Call newspaper, family, is the Nation of Islam's print publication. Keith Ellison condemned the minister as he sought his new place, but his cowardly and baseless repudiation is nothing new. While running for Congress a decade ago, his quote, "I'm not with Farrakhan and he's a hater" narrative started. So can I show you a receipt, family? Get your cameras ready because I want you to take a screenshot and I want you to blast this to Keith Ellison to give you yet another reason why he's a traitor. Get your cameras ready because I need you to take a screenshot of what you're getting ready to see. We're not going to just take the Nation of Islam's word for the fact that Keith Ellison knew full well that the nation and the minister were upstanding people and they had no hate. They're not anti-Semitic. Take your screenshot. Woo, excuse me. Look at that. Take your screenshot. Uh-oh. I done hit a button. Take your screenshot, family. This is Keith Ellison, who's selling the Final Call, distributing the Final Call newspaper, the Nation of Islam's print publication. This man who lied and shucked and jived for the white supremacist Democratic Party a decade before this 2016 article, but also when he was trying to level up and become the DNC party chair, he had to repudiate the minister in the nation again. He lied because, Negro, you would not have been you wouldn't have been distributing the Final Call newspaper if you believed that they were haters. So you didn't just support them in word. You didn't just support them by attending the Million Man March. You were so deep in the game, baby. You was distributing the Final Call newspapers. Take the picture, family. Take the picture and then say to him, ask him about his weakness to white supremacy. Why is it that he is caping for Derek Chauvin to get a light sentence? He's a traitor to black society. This man is disgusting. He's a promised land reject. He's just as disgusting, as useless as your old dead civil rights media folk and activist individuals. Take the picture, family. You was distributing the Final Call newspaper. I said you was distributing the Final Call newspaper. Some of you all that are new to how political games are played, some of you that are new to how white supremacists really get down, don't run your mouth about me and say, why is Vicky going after another black person? Just listen and learn, even if you don't agree up front. Intelligent people reserve judgment until they're able to ascertain facts and information and perspective. And you are certainly in no position to judge me when you are wildly ignorant of how your open enemy gets down. Keith Ellison is a disgusting bootleg. He's a white supremacist tool. He told the world the judge is preparing for sentencing. Derek Chauvin did not want the jurors to pick his sentence because he clearly feared that they were going to hold him accountable. Instead, he opted for the judge. And your little funny looking Negro, that is Keith Ellison, went before the world, potentially to millions of people, on 60 Minutes, showed compassion, and literally said he does not want him to have a harsh sentence, the maximum or a heavy sentence. Not light, not heavy. Mona said, hats off, Miss Vicky. Thank you, precious. I know Joy Reid is not going to give you this. I know Rachel Maddow and Don Lemon, Chris Cuomo, they're not going to give you this. This is the reason why they try to silence the voices of those of us that are using alternative media to give you all the proper perspective and to tell you what you're missing. This is why I tell you guys, you're dangerous when you say that you're a Democrat over being black first. Keith Ellison sold out his black family to literally become the DNC chair. And it still didn't work. I hope y'all don't vote for this fool again to be Attorney General. I hope all you Minnesotans give him the work. I hope more than just me holds him accountable. Not somebody that just covers the story. Don't get it twisted because you see somebody black say, "Oh, Chris, he's Chris Ellis, Keith Ellis, excuse me, Keith Ellison. Keith Ellison is under scrutiny or in hot water because of words that he said." See what they say in their commentary. Are they going to tell you that he's a traitor? Are they going to tell you he's dangerous to black society? Let's talk about Madea with her funny looking self. Talk black to me. Y'all know that was something right there, wasn't it? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, family. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Let's talk about another weak male. I got to show you, I got to call these things out because some of you don't understand why black folks, we're still in the same predicament we're in. These men are the ones that are supposed to be our warriors in this war, white supremacist war. They're supposed to be our warrior class, but they're the weakest links. Shame on Keith Ellison. Vicky, is so many of them. Yes, white supremacy is thoroughly, the tentacles of white supremacy is in every area of society. White supremacy has a whole lot of black looking people working for it. Some are doing it knowingly, some are doing it unknowingly. Whichever way you find yourself, I'm going to expose it. Especially when you call yourself an activist, especially if you call yourself a television person, especially if you're an attorney general, especially if you're a judge, if you're somebody that has any level of influence or think that you're powerful or you are a strong enough tool for white supremacy, that's when I'm going to give you the work. And that ain't for everybody to do. What did Tyler Perry do, Vicky? What did Tyler Perry do? Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Family, don't forget that if you want to learn how to build a black business, go to flynubianbusiness.com. Flynubianbusiness.com. Invest in yourself to have an additional stream of income. Even if you don't want to run your business full time, you will be out of your mind to get your sole single income from your open enemy. Now is not the time to be talking about how excited you are to be on your job for 20 years, getting your money from the white man. When we're getting ready, there's a new world that's on the horizon. Somebody talk black to me. I see y'all. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Give me a few more minutes, okay? Now let me get ready to give my dear Tyler Perry this word. You all know that we love to brag about talk about how proud we are of Tyler Perry and him having his own black studio. We always talk about him becoming what they consider to be now a billionaire, him hiring black people. We've always bragged about that. We've appreciated that about him. But other areas that I do not appreciate is the fact that some of his content that he's put out, his shows he's put out, his movies he's put out, in many ways have undermined black people and the efforts of black society. He's helped to reinforce the weak black man. And it's more than just psychological, family. We cannot measure success and jump up and down just because Tyler Perry is considered to be a billionaire. That's not the only means of measuring success for black folk. It's how big one black person's bank account is. While we're at war, your success has to be you manifesting your purpose and what you're doing to play your role toward black liberation. Talk black to me. So while, yes, he leveled up, he made a lot of money, and he did what perhaps many other black filmmakers have never done, at the same time, because of his large platform, he's also done damage in many ways and undermined, stereotype, and weakened black folk in more ways than many of you can know. And yes, in large part, by his foolishness of Madea. Now, some can understand how, yeah, he got his start. He started with Madea. He didn't, he meant well and all that. We can forgive some of that. But I'm saying as time went by, as years and years went down, he didn't just do Madea. Some of his other films really undermined Black relationships. It really undermined Black people. So it wasn't just the fact that he was twitching around with a skirt on and big boobs. That's a part of the buck breaking. And again, we're loving, forgiving people. But after you've been warned, brother, for so many years, you've been in the game for a long time now. And some of your content, not just my deal, but other things he's done, have been, in my opinion, very damaging. But not just that. You all know recently, not too long ago, I did a show where he was running around here pushing that shot. Y'all know what I'm talking about when I'm talking about that shot. Remember, Tyler Perry said he hadn't even taken the shot. It was only when white medical people, a white medical establishment specifically reached out to him to use his influence to try to get us to take the shot. Tyler Perry conceivably has access to the greatest medical doctors and practitioners on the planet. But even he didn't even take the shot until a white hospital asked him to. When some of you Negroes grow in power, when you reach a high level in society, you turn around and you utilize that power in the most destructive ways, in ways that Black folk tell you not to. And you do it because white folks give you a call or white folks urge you to do it. We tell you how you wrong on stuff. You flip us off. But even when you're a billionaire Black man, if white folks go to calling, when white folks say jump, you say, hi, massa. The same with Damon John, the Shark Tank. You ain't no little shark. You a guppy, little goldfish. You're supposed to be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. White folks complain. You didn't even give them a whole 24 hours before you turn and spit in the face of Minister Farrakhan to appease white people. Watch this. What did Tyler do? This is also under Copyright Act of 1976. We're almost finished, family. Give me a few more minutes, okay? Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. I know it's Wednesday. Folks be doing stuff on Wednesday nights and all this other kind of stuff. We believe at the right time, the right people will hear this broadcast. For those of you that did come in, thank you so much. Make sure that you thumbs up, share, share, share. Follow me on Instagram, family, at Vicky X Dillard, and follow me on Twitter at Dillard Vicky. Again, really quick for my sisters. Backed by popular demand, The Secret Money in Your Womb, Part 3. Guess what we're going to be talking about? Money talks. You don't want to miss it. Women are different from men. We manifest differently. We have unique powers that our ancient sisters from before have told us, have left information, secrets that they have left behind for us to know. And I want us to tap into that, okay? You don't want to miss it. 2 ways you can be a part of this. May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. So sis, get your coins together and get some coins together for your daughter, for your mother, for your mother-in-law, for your sorors, for your Girl Scouts, for your church friends, or for anybody, any other female that's in your circle. If you join clubvicky.com, that's my weekly mastermind. If you join right now for $1, you get in free. That's clubvicky.com. The links will be in the chat in a minute. Or if you don't want to join the weekly mastermind, no problem. Just go straight to flynubianmastermind.com and you'll connect and you'll get the link straight to my 2-hour webinar that's coming up Saturday, May 8th. So you can join 2 ways. Join clubvicky.com for $1. That's my weekly mastermind. You get free access. If not, no problem. Just go straight to flynubianmastermind.com. The link's in the chat. Shout out to our moderators. I didn't even give my moderator information in advance, and she said, just give me a sec, sis. And she got it together for us. Thank you. Now let's talk about Tyler Perry's funny looking self. So Madea is given an award at the Oscars, right? Watch this. Which nobody Black, if anybody had any sense, well, none of us paying that little nothing awards program any mind. None of us even cared about that mess. But Tyler Perry does his acceptance speech. Tyler Perry wins, I believe it was some kind of humanitarian award, right? Let me cue it for you. Give me just a second. When he starts talking, watch how he starts to cape for other intersectional groups during his speech. Tyler Perry, in the time where it's only black people that's dealing with the most outlandish forms of genocide, he feels no fidelity to us. He feels no need to specifically say, stop anti-black racism. No, look what Tyler Perry's little bussy, moist, funny looking self says during his acceptance speech. Let me cue it. Give me just a second. Thumbs up, family. They're doing the introduction. I don't want you to listen to all that. Share, share, share. Thumbs up for those of you that haven't. For those of you that's just coming in, I'm cueing it while I'm talking. For those of you that are just coming in, my name is Vicki Dillard. I'm pleased to be a contributor here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Been putting it down for the past several years here on YouTube. And before that, our Fly Nubian Queen website at FlyNubianQueen.com. Subscribe there, as well as our YouTube page, FlyNubianQueen.com, on Facebook, where we have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Make sure that you connect with us there as well. So glad that you've joined us. I'm typically here live on YouTube, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday through Friday. Don't miss our warfare briefings, okay, beloved? We're almost ready. Let's see. Listen to what he says. Give me just a second.
Thank you. I really appreciate it.
Hold on one second.
To the board. Off the ground. In that moment, I recall her saying to me, I thought you would hate me for asking. I'm like, how can I hate you when I used to be you? How can I hate you when I had a mother who grew up in a Jim Crow South in Louisiana, rural Louisiana, right across the border from Mississippi, who at 9 or 10 years old was grieving the
I skipped through the other irrelevant parts of his speech. I'm trying to get to the most disturbing part. I want you to listen to what he says.
Of Emmett Till. As she got a little bit older, she was grieving the death of the civil rights boys and the little girls who were in the bombing in Alabama. She grieved all these years. And I remember being a little boy and coming home, and she was at home like, what are you doing at home? You're supposed to be at work. She was in tears that day. She said there was a bomb threat, and she couldn't believe that someone wanted to blow up this place where she worked, where she
please shut up.
Took care of all these toddlers. It was the Jewish Community Center. My mother taught me to refuse hate. She taught me to refuse blanket judgment. And in this time, and with all of the internet and social media and algorithms and everything that wants us to think a certain way, the 24-hour news cycle.
Listen to what he says. He said the internet, social media. This is what I'm talking about whenever I see black folks. See, black folks that get on major news networks, they diminish social media as if this is the only form of media and communication that's toxic. Fox News is one of the most toxic, most overtly toxic platforms on the globe. MSNBC and CNN don't give black folks no love. CBS, NBC, ABC. These are not people that tell the truth of our stories. These are not people that bring on our heroes. These are not people that respect our decisions. These are not people that are talking about truly what the black grassroots are saying about that shot, about white supremacy, about the Minister Farrakhan's and the other pro-black people that we respect and admire. This fool only calls out social media. Why? Because we're giving him that work. Tyler is mad because we are exposing problematic areas in his life. Not MSNBC, not CNN, not Fox, not ABC, not CBS. It's us, and he doesn't want us to have a voice. Yes, there are toxic areas of social media. I always talk about that. But there are toxic areas in white mainstream corporate media long before there was ever a such thing as social media. White print newspapers and magazines mock us, dog us, stereotype us, make war against us. But yet these Negroes talk about in the time of social media because we're the ones that's giving the work to Barack Obama, telling the truth about him. We're the ones that's giving the truth about Michelle Obama. We're the ones that's telling the truth and giving his best friend, Oprah Winfrey, and Gayle King this work. We're the ones that's been exposing the bootlicking and Aunt Jemima-ism of Jamil Hill and Whoopi Goldberg and all of his other little friends. He shouted out Ava. I believe it was Ava DuVernay he was responding to. We're the ones that's been exposing her caping for Weinstein. Did y'all know that Ava DuVernay tweeted out sometime back that she's heard all the rumors about Weinstein, but she didn't care? Mainstream media is now telling you that about certain black folks. That's how you know there's an agenda. The Reverend Al Sharpton is not going to tell you the truth about Tyler Perry like this. That's the reason why black folks are trying to silence other black people. And then they sit on their high horse because those are the individuals that have access to white corporate media. So Tyler Perry, now that he has access, now that other people that got little jobs on CNN and Fox and MSNBC, they turn around and say, you social media people. Meanwhile, they're the same ones that's using social media, trying to level up because they're losing ratings and they're having to compete because when they do the stats, they find that people are more distrusting of their news outlets and they're listening more and more to people like me and they don't like it. Tyler Perry knows I, along with others, have done shows on him for tens of thousands of people and potentially many, many more because my shows are replayed. More than that, I know some of y'all don't like to give me credit because you like to look at how I do stuff. That's fine. You take ideas. But see, I give credit to other people. I don't mind leveling up. I don't mind shouting at other people. But people pretend like the Vicky don't exist. Even your sisters who are social media people. They'll call out all the other brothers, but they'll pretend like nothing is going on. Now, they'll try to take your style of stuff. But they won't say one word of respect and honor for you. But that's okay. My whole goal is to impact and influence. I want people to quote me. I want people to take my ideas. But those that have a little platform, I do trip when I see you pretend that I don't exist. That is funny to me. Watch this. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Watch this. They want to take your pattern and how you do stuff, talk black to me, but I'm going to leave it alone. Ava, Okra, all of them are buddies with Tyler. We're the ones that called out Snoop Dogg. We're the ones that called out Van Jones. These are people that Tyler has relationships with. We've been giving all of them different people some kind of work. And Tyler Perry doesn't call out Fox News. He only tries to attack us using social media. Listen to what he says.
It is my hope that all of us will teach our kids, and not only to remember, just refuse hate. Don't hate anybody. I refuse to hate someone because they are Mexican or because...
What, fool? The first word that should have come out your mouth is black, dummy. Bow down. Mud dear.
Or black or white or LGBTQ. I refuse to hate someone because they are police.
I know y'all ain't playing with me right now. Stop playing. It's trying to stop y'all from hearing what he said. This last part.
Black or white or LGBTQ. I refuse to hate someone because they are police.
It's keep stopping right there. He said he refused to hate anybody because they're a police officer. Family, how did he put police officer in the same sentence as I refuse to hate somebody because they are first Mexican? Then he started talking about black or white. And at the end, he said Asian. Tyler Perry, why do y'all want black folks to be judges and prosecutors and attorney generals and own studios for them to get all that power to turn on us? Why do you want us to call them successful and tell us all the wonderful things they do in the meantime, only for them to get to a high level, to use that power to do great damage. He said the police. Drop my gavel. Thumbs up, thumbs up. He said the police. Tyler Perry wants us not to hate the police, he said. The police is killing us. You pathetic, disgusting Negroes that use your Christianity and your God, you are the reason why we're dying. And you are the reason why you're becoming more irrelevant. And you must understand that even though right now it looks like that Tyler Perry and other people like him are winning, it looks like they're getting all the money and all the glory, baby, they're just being accepted into Pharaoh's house. But let me tell you something. If you don't know the prophetic story teaches us that those that were still in Egypt, even though Pharaoh said, okay, finally, after 10 plagues and after his own son got touched, the prophetic scriptures that lets you know that something that prophetic scripture lets you know that something is going to personally hit the house of your oppressors in order before they do anything for you, because that's a prophetic story. You got to understand what it's trying to tell you. Thumbs up, family. Share, share, share. Watch this. Tyler wants us to love our enemies, but it ain't just love our enemies. It's bigger than that. You guys don't understand. The reason why they're caping like this is because behind the scenes, they've got contracts and agreements with these white supremacists that you don't know about. So because they're compromised behind the scenes, Vicky, give us an example with Tyler Perry. Why would Tyler Perry bring something as seemingly as irrelevant as I refuse to hate the police in the middle of a conversation about hate? Tyler talked about LGBT. He threw Asians in there. You see how the computer was messing up, so I couldn't let you listen to that part. That was the last one. He threw Asians, LGBT, Mexicans, white and black all up in the same. And then he threw police in there. Tyler Perry, you disgust me, bro. For those of you that don't understand why, to give you a little bit of context, and even this doesn't tell you everything, I did a show on this as well. I'm sure Tyler Perry can't stand me either. This is a Forbes article from last summer, 2020. I was giving Tyler Perry that work then. I got to remind y'all of what this is about. Thumbs up, family. I love you back, beloved. Look what this article from Forbes from the summer of 2020 says. Now y'all understand why I have to deal with these fake black people. These aren't black people, family. These are white people in black skin. These aren't our brothers and sisters. Watch this. Tyler Perry thinks that there should be more police. But there's a catch. This is Forbes. You know I'm not making it up. Did y'all see the headline? That was from last year, family. Watch this. On Thursday evening, popular film producer, director, and actor Tyler Perry made the case for why he doesn't completely agree with the defund the police movement. Do you all understand why all of these kinds of things that I'm bringing up happened last year? After the George Floyd stuff and we erupted in the streets, start to push the defund the police. Who was also telling us stop saying defund the police? Remember Barack Obama and Joe Biden? Remember? But they got their little bootlick to join in too, as if we're listening to some bussy named Madea. They think that because some of you love his little silly movies and shows, that translates into power. I'm almost finished. Thumbs up, share, share, share. Watch this. Tyler Perry says he doesn't believe in defund the police. In an interview he did on CNN's Anderson Cooper 360 on Thursday, New Orleans native and longtime Atlanta resident Tyler Perry shared a wide range of perspectives on the current climate of America with respect to racism, police violence, and the ability for individuals to make a difference. The filmmaker, you should just be worried about ironing your dress. That's all you need to be worried about, is getting the right bra and what type of rouge and lipstick you're going to put on. That's your concern, Tyler. You should stay out of these kind of social topics. He goes on and says, He's optimistic, it says, about the recent protests across the country. Quote, I'm very optimistic. I was very optimistic about, the horror of what happened after the death of George Floyd. Tyler Perry, Madea, said, quote, I'm quoting him. Dylan says, we missed you. I missed you back. Tyler says, I was very optimistic. I was very optimistic, at the horror of what happened after the death of George Floyd. I became optimistic when I saw so many people get it. It was the same thing that happens during the civil rights movement, and people saw on television what happened on the Edmonds Pettus Bridge, what happened with Bull Connor, what happened in all those moments when people saw it, when white people saw it, they got engaged, they wanted to help. See, you Negroes disgust me. You see success as when a couple of white people want to take a photo op on the Edmonds Pettus Bridge, or to say they're part of Black Lives Matter. And most of us black folks don't even rock with the organization Black Lives Matter. We rock with the slogan of Black Lives Matter, but we don't fool with the organization of Black Lives Matter because of the white hands involved in it. And if the Edmonds Pettus Bridge and if the civil rights movement was successful, Madea, why are we still dealing with the same issues today? You need to just focus in on ironing your dress. Get you some starch and stuff. Get out your ironing board. That's about as deep as you gonna get, baby. And your bust size. He says, watch what he says. But lately I've been very, very concerned that the message is being hijacked by some other groups or political ads and parties that are trying to stop the message of what we're asking for here is police reform. What you mean? What we asking for here is police reform. Negro, you ain't even the power. Family, y'all don't understand. Do you all think that it's by accident that Anderson Cooper, at the height of the George Floyd inspired protest where we was tearing up the streets and had all America shook, do you all think it's by accident that they were strategically handpicking their bought and paid for black bootlicks and putting them on TV to say we ain't asking for defund the police, we asking for police reform? Tyler was brought in to do that. That's why they're distressed by voices like mine, because we're not really listening to them on things that matter anymore. Enough of us are making such a stink. Our power is so undeniable that they are afraid of the black takeover. I'm almost done. He says, so yes, I was, but I'm worried now. It's because of what I'm seeing. What are you seeing? When I see that these statues and these monuments on this land, let me skip that part because that's so stupid and irrelevant, that fool on that part. Watch this. He says, I'm not taking money for the police. No, here it is. But Perry's comments regarding the current calls to defund and reform police departments caught the most attention. Y'all listen. When asked about his reaction to the defund the police movement, family, do y'all think it's by accident they brought on Madea to a CNN Anderson Cooper? Y'all know they brought an entertainer. They brought on a dress-wearing Madea cross-dressing entertainer to talk about defund the police on CNN. Y'all better pay attention. When asked about his reaction to defund the police, nobody would naturally ask Madea about defund the police. That's how you know they intentionally brought him there to stop the momentum of our demand and call for defund the police. Don't forget, Joe Biden was worried that he was not going to win the nomination because of the defund the police. Remember, that was a winning point for the openly overt white racists. When they heard us say defund the police, that scared them. So they was thinking that's really was going to help Trump win. Remember that? Listen. It says Perry is clear that he thinks that the movement is being mischaracterized by Republicans. The actor and producer also opposes defund the police and actually called for more police. With a caveat. I'm not asking. No, he said, I'm not for taking money for the police. I think we need more police. Tyler said he thinks we need more police. Why, family? Listen. My studio is in a neighborhood where I think we need more police. Where I think we need police. But we don't need police that are undertrained. And you got to understand, I have really close friends who are police officers that I love dearly, who are really good people, who have been very, very hurt by this as well. Tyler Perry family, last year, slipped up and admitted that his large compound that was a former military base, which is basically almost a town unto itself, Tyler pays the police family. He helps to employ the police by his location. Now, this is the way I'm characterizing it. You understand what I'm saying? He just said his studio is in a neighborhood where his studio needs police. So Tyler took his funny-looking self. Once again, do you all see the problem I'm having is not because one of you disgusting raccoons, not raccoons, you disgusting bootlegs. You're not having these private battles of your sick love for your open enemy in private. You guys are using 60 Minutes, Keith Ellison. You're using the Oscar stage, Tyler Perry, to make these statements. You guys are a disgrace. You disgust me. And you are an enemy to our people. I don't care who or how many people love you or your work. This undermines whatever good folk might want to associate with you. We're at war, and you're clearly proving that you are working for the other side and that you are undercover brothers. Men, we need you as the provider and the protectors in this war. And you are ineffective when you go on television on 60 Minutes in front of millions of people, Attorney General Keith Ellison, and say, before the sentencing even comes down, that you have compassion, I'm paraphrasing, and that you don't want him to have a maximum sentence, Derek Chauvin, the one who murdered George Floyd. You're working against us, Tyler Perry, when you're sitting there caping for police and you're pushing all of these other groups, and he didn't put not one emphasis on Black people. And it's us that's experiencing the disproportionate terrorism. I gotta go, family. Join clubvicky.com. I gotta get ready for my mastermind. I love you to pieces. Don't miss our show tomorrow. Y'all know I'm gonna keep it hot all week. The Vicky Show live, 6:30 p.m. Eastern time, right here on FlyNubianQueenTV.com. Make sure that you share, that you like, and that you give us a thumbs up. Sisters, don't miss May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, Saturday, May 8th, 2 p.m. Eastern. I'm conducting, back by popular demand, Part 3, The Secret Money in Your Womb. We're going to be discussing money talks. Go to FlyNubianMastermind.com and you can join. Or if you join ClubVicky.com, my weekly mastermind for $1, you get in free. 2 ways. Join my weekly mastermind for $1 at ClubVicky.com. That's ClubVicky.com. Or just go straight to Fly Nubian Mastermind. Tell everybody you know. You got a few days to get your coin together. Bring every Black woman you know. I love you to pieces, dear family. We've got to call out the weak links so that we can move on to our promised land. I bow to you. I love you. You are my bliss.